screen or whatever it is, you have to handle or if you have to navigate to other screen, you have a subroutine called as a user underscore form command. Sorry, okay. For that, you have to create a form and end form with two format parameters, right? We have to write the below code in the subroutine. In the subroutine call, we have to reuse in the function module to display the secondary ALV, right? In the subroutine, we have to call this. Finally, export the events into the internal table to the reuse ALV grid. IT underscore event you have to do. So how is it we are doing it? We are data declaring like this. Step 2 is the reuse ALV into get I underscore event. We have to read that event with a key name called as a user underscore command. User underscore command, right? We are providing a form name called as a form user command. We are giving a form and form. We are modifying this. Step 3, form and form for the form user command using two formal parameters, right? UCOM types IUCOM and selection fields type the corresponding field. So in this scenario, we have already got the data of the sales order header into an internal table called as an IV bank, right? Now, whenever user makes any action on that particular field, we have to read that field based upon the cell field tab index. We have a field called as the cell field, which means selected field index value. So user will select a sales order number on the cell field tab index value into the work area. So we will be reading that into the work area underscore VBAC, right? We will have that VBLEN. Now, next step we would be select star from VBAP into the table, item table will be VBLEN equal to VBLEN, right? Now, here we are going to, if you see here, inside the step 3, I am calling the reuse ALV grid display. I am not calling or having a separate perform for displaying the data. In the user command only. Why? Whenever the user clicks on any of the sales document number on the screen, this event needs to be triggered. So, if the user has selected 5, sales order number 5, this will come to the form and inform that corresponding data would be displayed. That corresponding data would be displayed. Right? Similarly, this is for the, if you see here, what is the structure name? It is VBAP, not VBAS. Sales order item data, right? So if the user select on 5 sales order number, corresponding item data will be displayed. So we don't know what sales document number he would display. Now the question arises is, where is it you are handling the sales order header information? That we will show you when I'm writing the complete report. So this part is basically responsible for whenever you make any action on the user command, right? Whenever you make any action on the report, this event gets triggered, right? So whenever the user selects a particular field on the report output, we are reading that particular field using the cell field tab index. So it will have the index value on which row he has selected. Based upon that, we are pulling out the VBLEN and we are calling the VBAP display. This is all about your interactive ALV. So if you want to, basically only one thing that you have to understand is in interactive ALV, you have to basically need to understand which field or which row or which data user has selected. So all that will be selected in a particular field called a cell field tab index. Cell field tab index that determines which row he is selected. Now, what needs to happen? That logic should be written after the read command, and you have to call your function module. Right?
So what is the meaning of since self field as we are writing UCOM means user command type, that is a type UCOM.
Swiss underscore self field is that is what I'm trying to tell you. Self field is selected field. Swiss is a type group. So this domain is Swiss underscore self field. So whatever the field is selected, they have defined it as a self field. This self field is a structure which has a field called as a tab index. So whenever a field is selected on the report output, that particular tab index value has been noted in this value. Now based upon the tab index value, we would get the corresponding record. We would get the corresponding record, right? So this is all about your user command. If any other events that you have to get into, you have to use what you have to see what are the events out of those 70 and make use of those events for any other further or if any other requirements. But generally, we go with the top end of list and cell user command. That's it. Hierarchical ALV. Display data in the form of a hierarchy, that is parent to child relationship, is called as a hierarchical ALV report. Okay, so which means a node. There is a parent node called as a sales order number. When you drill down that parent, you have a child called as a 4 items. So if you want to display the data in such format, generally for all the finance related activities, we generally display them using what ALVs? Hierarchical ALVs. Right? Because they have certain number of bank records or a number of transactions, they expect the data to be in a hierarchical manner. Generally, I'm just giving you. So, if in normal scenarios as well, if they want to have it in a parent to child relationship, then we do it in a hierarchical ALV report. What are the steps? Let us see what are the steps now. Create user-defined type of header data and item data. Right? So there should, whenever you want to create a parent to child relationship, you should have two internal tables, right? And that should be linked. Sales order header, sales order item. Purchase order header, purchase order item. Delivery order, delivery item. Right? Shipping header and shipping items. So in that way, you have to define types, which means your header data, viewback data, and item data, VBAP data, for instance. Right? After that, write the select statements for header and item. So if we have, for thumb rule is, if you have to use hierarchical ALV, now till here you can only pass single table or you can even pass multiple tables. But here if you have to use hierarchical ALV, there, the rule is that you have to have both tables, that is parent and child table, and that should be linked. So again, to reiterate what I said, we have to create user-defined types for header and item data is the first thing. We have to write the select statements for header data and item data. Third thing is a create catalog, right? Then create a subroutine for hierarchy. Subroutine for hierarchy. So if you observe here, what is hierarchy, right? We just created a subroutine is nothing but perform, form, and end form. So what is the header value and what is the item value, you have to specify for each and everything, because this particular it is a parent-child relationship. So we have to tell to the system, for this header, this is the item. For this header, that is the item. So that is the way you have to create your subroutine. So for this, for example, if the header one is Veblen and item one should also be Veblen. In this case, we have made. Finally, for displaying, export the header data, item data, and field catalog to the function module. Reuse ALV. Till here, we were using what? Reuse ALV grid display. We have a new function module called as a reuse ALV hierarchical sequence underscore list display. So what is that you are passing here? Look at here. Whenever you call this function module, callback program field catalog is fine. Header item, what is that you are passing it? You are passing both the header and item information, right? So this will automatically build your field catalog. I mean, you will already fill your field catalog and pass it here. You have to specify the header and item name, and that should be same or replica of your data that you are getting from. Key info. What is this key info? This key info determines which header should be linked to which item. Which header should be linked to which item. So you have to specify that key. We will see more in detail of this hierarchical ALV list on the program level. Right? Now, let us go and see on the what? Block. Right? Did you practice any of the programs? No? Yes.
Yeah, the first one is structure and the field one.
With different data?
Sorry?
Any different requirement or the same requirement?
No, just the value I changed yesterday, the table.
That is a simple thing. I will just use this. Is that you're using type tools list?
Sorry?
Is that you're using type tools list?
Type pools list. We need to use this type in order to write the report in the ALV. That is a type. List is a predefined.
What is a type tool?
List is a type pool.
So what is a type group? Can you explain me what is a type group?
Type group. Type group is a combination of all the table type.
Okay, fine, forget. Take that and tell me later. Okay. So if you have to ask me how is it, what is meant by occur zero and everything, here is the answer for you. Right? What is the keyword here? It is data. Whenever you define data and provide beginner and ender, and automatically INDers for METK both acts as your work area and your internal table. I have told you earlier. Now, if you see here, there is no internal table created again for your MAKT, MARC or MAR. There was other things which are created for the field catalog and the events kind of thing. Okay, right?
Yes.
So, complete block ALV. Let block ALV. So what is that we are using? We are using the function module called as a block. Right? We are using the function module called as a block. Did I explain you about the block ALV? No, right?
No.
Okay. It is not covered in slide, right? I will tell you. See the output, you will be understanding what is block ALV. Alright? If you want to determine in terms of a block in your report output, then you make use of a basically make use of a function module called as a what it is reuse ALV block in it. Remember, whether blocked or hierarchical, both will be displayed in terms of a list display, but not in terms of a grid display. On the other day, I have shown you how a list display looks like and how a grid display looks like, right? Now let me show you the blocked one first, then we will again go back and show you on the rest of the things as well, right? So form and form appendant and form. We are calling, what is it I am doing? I am calling reuse ALV field catalog much passing the structure directly because I do not want to change anything. Include name, I replied is any field catalog, right? After that, list append. I will tell you what this is. Just hold on for 2 minutes. You will understand once I show you what this block output looks like, and I will come back and teach you the complete program. What was the thing, right? So it is a set of blocks data. It's set of blocks data. The second block, how should it look like? Right? So this is initial. I'm selecting the data of material text into this table, and I will break this here for all entries in I underscore manner, where which material number we are using for all entries, right? Based upon the material number. Again, I'm using the field catalog merge of this thing, right? Giving the structure name as IMIKT, we are changing the corresponding field catalog, right? After this, what is that we are doing? We are again calling the block list append. Once we are doing this, we are appending everything to the block because we have to show in terms of a block ALV report. In terms of a block ALV report, right? So again, I am just passing the field catalog structure, the table structure, the events, the tables, and so on. Right? Similarly, I will call the third block. I will call the third block. Now, this is for which table? This is for material plant details table. Material plant details table. Right? Now, let me just copy everything. I will copy the same again. Right? I am selecting the data from the corresponding. I will break this here for this, right? That material is equals to material number and it, right? After everything is done, I want to refresh the field catalog. We use ALV field catalog merge to basically provide the field catalog directly without changing anything, right? Why did we use occur 0? Reason being we are using the field catalog merge because it is a dynamic way of creating a field catalog. You have to create your internal tables using the occur 0, right? For area, I'm appending it to this.
So if we remove occur 0, then we can write directly that internal table, this standard table and the work area, or
you can write it. Right? So this is the block ALV. We are calling what? Block underscore list underscore display. This is done, right? What is the what would be the output? So after all, I'm appending everything. After appending everything, I'm calling what? List display. I'm just calling the list display. Now let us see. Our back programs lines are wider than internal table. Hold on. Okay, this field catalog merge is causing an issue. Okay, so this field catalog merge is causing the issue. Hold on. right? So here I have to see where it is happening, on the first append or on the second append. Let me put a point here. So on the first itself it is happening. On the first itself it is happening. Right? So let me just try to remove that. Where is the merge? I will try to remove this. I will try to remove this. I'm not sure. Let me just try this again. It is happening here. Good. So let me check this, Vikram. I'll get back to you on this. I don't want to waste time. But how does a block ALV look like? I'll show you. See here. So it will be like this. The first block you will have the data of your material master, material number created by. If you scroll the list down for those particular material, you are getting the material description. Second thing. Again, if you scroll down, this is everything on the same screen. On the third screen, you will have the material plant details. Something went wrong here. You can always refer
What
to
use of
this
this
and
block? Like we're getting all things same only in a report, like material created by on and description in the other field.
report output, same screen. On the same screen, you are getting 3 different boxes.
Okay.
Okay, first box. I mean, this all depends upon the function. You say that they want the material master plan details and tank details to be displayed on the same screen with this particular data, and it should be blocked, right? Then you have to show like this. So this is what first it will be shown with the material master display, and scroll down. For this materials only, it will get you all the material description, not anything outside from this material master. And once you scroll again down, you'll have another block which will give you your land details. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. There was some issue on this. I have to check and see. And if you get time, just try to solve it, or else you will see it again. Okay. So that is it all about your block ALV, right? So whenever you wanted to show the data in terms of a block, then go and use this block ALV. Use this block ALV. Now I will show you an example of interactive ALV report, right? So let me just configure the interactive mode. Why we are taking an additional field of movement? Any guess? Because that if user selects on any particular Veblen value, this v underscore Veblen will be holding the data, right? So why it is giving an error? Because of this events display this end of the on get data. I'm getting the first 100 records. I'm getting all the first 100 records. Right? And just put it here and that. And I will go and check on it. Display data. Display data is the same thing. You are calling your reuse ALV. Grade display and you are passing the structure name of feedback. We are using the concept of a structure here. We are using the concept of a structure. Right? Just like this. I am exporting what program. For any function module ALV, you have to set the callback program. SciRepID will have the current program, which is so in this case the current program is Z546 ALV report should activate. It would send that program because whenever you want to display the data, it should know from which program the data is coming from. System should know it. Right? So if you see, I'm just using the structure way back here for this case. And I will use the events. Now let us see how do we use the events. It is the same as how we are using it for the top of page or end of list, right? We use the event and we call this, read this using this particular event name, right? We use ALV events underscore get, right? We use this function module. We use this function module, right? But before this, I have to call this form. I have created a form and form, right? So I'm passing the events to it. Now it will get, event will have all the 17 events. I want an event called as a user underscore command. Now to my events, I will pass this and I will modify the events and I'm doing the end form here. Doing the end form here. I'm done with the events. Let us see how do we use the events. How do we use the events, right? So we have something called as a form user command. Using this, how did we declare it, right? Let us see how it is happening. Let us see how it is happening. So the requirement is whenever the user clicks on, the field called as a form user command. Okay, fine. I got it. What it is. So whenever user clicks on the sales document number, that should call my sales screen. What is the sales screen display? It is VS03. It is VS03. So whenever it is not taking as, okay, why it is not taking, now it will take it. Did not display this. So my requirement is like this. Now if I click on this particular sales document, double click on it, where should it go? It should show me its corresponding sales document information. Now if I come back and click on this, it should show me this sales document number information. This is the requirement. So everything till here is clear. Only the part which we have to understand in the interactive report is this, right? We have a form user command. What is this form user command? This is the perform which we have given it to her whenever we are calling. Are you there, Vikram?
Yeah.
Right? Right, for the get events, we are getting the events and we are calling this form user command. We are calling this form user command. This is our own default. So whatever the name we are giving here, we do not need to create any perform for the events. Perform would be automatically called by the system. Now we have to create its form and end form. I'm using a newcom type ucom. So user command will be double click or whatever it is on which field it is trigger. Now if I put a breakpoint here and execute the report here again and click on 4980, I have to show you two things. Right? Alright. Now see what is the psi ucom value. What is the psi ucom value?
Nothing.
What is the cell field?
The structure 9.
The line is selected. Right?
Uh-huh.
Here 4977. 4977. Right? Based upon the value, I'm just calling the transaction code. Based upon the value, I'm setting the parameter ID. This is like before you have to call this transaction code. This is a standard code which we use. Right? Now, what I'm doing is that is what AUN is what we call sales document number. This is one standard code. I'll show you somewhere in the enhancement again. Just remind me about this. So whenever we have to call the standard transaction code based upon that value. Now what is it we are using is I am passing whatever the value which is selected to this parameter ID. Okay, AUN. Now this AUN parameter ID will have the 4977 value. So whenever you call this transaction code has some program and it has something called as an export ID that will catch hold of this 4977 and display you the data. That's it. That is what we are doing here. Now if I have to debug this and show you, it will take so much of time. If I click on F5, so it will again lead me to SAP MV45 script. So somewhere in between it will catch hold of that value and that will basically show you the script. Okay. So this is how your interactive ALV looks. Alright. We have seen ALV totals and blank totals. Interactive ALV is done. Real-time ALV reported field catalog is also done. Right, logged ALV, I have to check and come back to you on this. Hierarchical ALV. So one thing left over is hierarchical.
What are the declaration you did?
Where?
Just in before program.
This one?
Yeah, in the same.
Which one?
In the same program which we are doing. ALV Interactive Report.
Right. Above, I have declared an internal tables for carrier.
You will now hear beeps until someone else joins the conference.
Vikram,
Yes. The meeting was
total
over.
weight.
I was asking about the declaration and you were about to explain and then the meeting was over.
And everything, then I was seeing that you have got this. Okay, alright. What we have declared is nothing, internal table, work areas and events, right? So first thing is we have got the data. Second thing is we have used the events to create our own perform called as a form user command. And we are using the user command. Next, we are displaying the data using grid display. Once all this is done, we are calling this form and end form. We are calling this form and end form so that this parameter ID even can hold the value of your document which is getting selected. And we are calling the transaction code. That's it. Nothing more than that. Okay.
No, my question was like initially you have declared here that data, the first 3 lines. How
Where
the first 3
this
lines,
one?
this one.
Uh,
You are using like yeah, I internal table type VBAK.
right. Type table of type standard table of VBA. You can declare type table of or
Okay,
type
okay,
standard
yeah.
table of.
It is same. The work area
And
is
we
declared
create
and the okay for event. Okay, syslity event type. Okay, good.
that's it. Right? Can you do me a favor? I
Yeah.
will just copy the hierarchical code here in the chat window. Just organize it and see the output how it is coming. In the meantime, I will show you how a hierarchical ALV looks like in the SEPA technical. So you can just reiterate to the entire thing and then you can reuse the same. So what will I do is I will paste down here, I will paste down here. Right? You just use this, right, and you will be able to. Don't even organize this. If you just use it, everything will come in place. Hope everything got noted. It is not printed. Maybe. Else I'll do one thing.
Why don't you send the mail so that I can get it? Because in chat you will be getting half part.
I will going back to site again. Just copy paste the complete content in a new thing. Okay. What is your mail?
Vikram dot.
From
I
dot?
have it Vikram 4293.
What's happening with my mail? On. Okay. Simple. Just use it. Now, how does an hierarchical ALV looks like it is a parent-child relationship. Now, if you see here, this is a list display. If he clicks on this, whatever the details are there for this thing, it will get displayed. Second thing, again, if you click on this, whatever the details are there, that could be displayed here. So, hierarchical ALV will be showed in this particular format. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a button, expand or collapse button. So if you click on this, the data would be there. But for the hierarchical ALV, the thumb rule is you have to maintain both header and your item information. Both header and your item information. Right? It should have two tables. It should have two tables. So by this we have ended the complete reports. We have ended the reports. Only left with the block. Let me check on this, or I will try to use the same example of technical and reiterate it. So I am just making you aware of each and everything. So based upon the requirement, everything is same. Only the calling part would be different. For top part, you have to use the user weekend, and commentary writing is one thing where you have to use. Right? For rest of the things, display you can use directly. For logo, just try this and let me know by tomorrow if you're able to do it or not. Or else I will do it. So everything is covered. So, so one thing is always using transaction code. That is simple thing. Go to SC91, create a transaction code for your ALV. That you can interactive ALV by calling the transaction code. So this is one more thing. By calling a transaction code is like I just called a transaction code, right? BS01. That is it all about. Right? In interactive do anything. You can write and trigger one more
So
data
this
or you can just call.
transaction code is like by going to SE93 and then we are creating the transaction code. Is that you mean? Like we are doing
No,
the
no,
booking tool.
that is code for your transaction code for your program.
Yes.
Okay, interactive ALB by calling a transaction code is a standard transaction code which we have just seen, right?
BA01 things like that.
A01, yeah, like that. Okay, so
Okay.
here then for the reports. Then
So
we will see new concepts tomorrow. Okay, I will tell you. I'll ping you once I wake up tomorrow
okay.
morning. So let us start on what is
Can you share me the
the
PPTs if you don't have problem?
last week. Just give me some time. Okay. So I shall start on what shall start on exits. I will start on exits. Okay. I will start on exits tomorrow. Let us understand the concept of exit. It will take time. First understand the concept, then we will go and work on the rest of the things. Okay?
Okay.
Chalo. Anything else?
No, I was saying like, can you share the PPTs? I would like to
I
have
will share.
if you don't
I
mind.
will share.
Okay.
I will share. I will share you later. I will share you, but give me some time. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
So do I need to ping you in the morning? Or you will be giving me a call? Hello. Hello.